Hi, friends. Thank you so much for joining me for Sherry's DIY Secrets. Today, I'm going to be showing you another Christmas in July project by creating Christmas bulbs. And these bulbs you can hang from your tree or from garland just to add a little ambiance to the home once Christmas gets started. As usual, any of the products that I'm using today, you can find on my website at sherrysdiysecrets.com. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
Don't forget to subscribe because there's more to come.
So I actually created my own apparatus to hold the bulbs while they dry, and I did this using plastic cups, my hot glue gun, as well as toothpicks. So take a look.
I used the glue gun to melt the plastic cup, and then in that hole that I created, I went ahead and stuck the toothpick in while the plastic was still a little warm, and then used an additional toothpick to create a second stand. Just that easy.
Now, one of the methods that I'm using today is actually a paint pouring method. And if you're unfamiliar with that, I did a previous vlog about the paint to water ratios, and you can check that out here. Otherwise, you can also purchase acrylic paint that is the consistency for paint pouring. But go ahead and check it out. Let me know how you like it.
For this first pour, I'm using the paint with the consistency for the Dutch paint pour, but this time I'm just playing around with the bulb and adding a little paint here and there, allowing that paint to run off. And then I took a toothpick and I just drew some lines. Didn't really feel that one, so I started drawing, or at least pushing that paint upward, and that gave a much better look to the bulb. What do you think? Now it was time for the actual Dutch paint pour, and I used a forest green, white, and a lighter green color. You can use any colors that you want, just keep in mind that those colors will mix. Now for the pour, I went in a circular motion. You can do this in any form or fashion, back and forth, circular, or just straight and let it pour out. This next design is something easy that you can do with small children. Simply take saran wrap, squeeze paint onto the saran wrap, and use any colors that you like. Keep in mind that those colors will mix. Ideally, you'll come up with more of a tie-dye look on the bulb, but use whatever colors. Best of all, this is a very easy cleanup for this particular project. For this next project, I took some painter's tape and I scored it into 4 even pieces. And I took those pieces and I placed them on the bulb. You can put this in any type of order you like. I went from one end to the other. This allowed me to have 4 even sections to create my next design. For this next design, I am simply using colors and letting my creative juices flow. So for this, I have an old gold, and I'm also going to use a royal blue color. And I'm simply going to interchange those colors side by side and allow that paint to pour off. Then I decided I was going to hit it with some additional color, but I decided to use white. I hope you like this one too. After allowing the paint to dry overnight, I'm doing the removal of the painter's tape. Look how beautiful this turned out. Now to protect the paint and to provide some sheen, I'm using straight Mod Podge and I'm applying this using a foam brush. Just make sure that you're applying that Mod Podge one coat and in the same direction. Be sure to let this dry for a few hours. For this next bulb, I actually used these white beads that I found at a craft store and affixed it to the bulb with the hot glue. I wanted to make it look like snow and icicles hanging. I thought it turned out pretty nice, but you be the judge. Now, as you can see, these beads were getting away from me. So it was definitely easier to dip the bulb in the cup with the beads and allow it to affix itself. But live and learn. There are times when less is more. So for this particular bulb, I simply used some red ribbon and glued it around the middle of the bulb. I think it turned out pretty nice. Now that the Mod Podge has had a chance to dry, I went ahead and used some gold beads that I had and put that on the bulb just with a little hot glue. I thought it turned out lovely.
Thank you so much for joining me today for Sherry's DIY Secrets. Join me again next time while I'll bring you another project that you can do. Bye, friends.
See you soon.